As we know, I have been an avid player of Animal Crossing for a long time now. Items like furniture have been what has made this game what it is today. However, throughout my time, I've stumbled across some items that have made me question their usefulness. Of course, most items in Animal Crossing are to be used for decoration purposes only, but sometimes I catch myself thinking that they could have so much more functionality. I was reminded of these thoughts when I got a notification from Reddit on my phone. Someone had posted this furniture item and had said that this is probably one of the most useless items in Animal Crossing, which led to several comments from other players that added to this idea of the uselessness some items in this game have. Hey guys, welcome back to Dayton Ranks Things in Animal Crossing, because that's something I do here on this little channel. Today, I'm going to be ranking the most useless items in Animal Crossing on how useless they actually are. The top being super useless and the bottom being, you know what? It's useful. I'm going to be covering some items that players can actually use, and also furniture items that could have had more functionality. I'm going to be incorporating some items that the Reddit users had posted under this, but also ones that I feel fit into this category. So thank you to this Reddit user and everyone else that commented on this post for inspiring me to make this video. I'm also going to link this post in the description so you guys can go and read it if you want to. Let's go ahead and rank the most useless items in Animal Crossing.
And now, our feature presentation.
Here's my tier list for these so-called useless Animal Crossing items. We have the top rank, which is what even is the point of view, which is, you know, the most useless item. Then the tier under that we have I get it, but also don't, meaning, you know, it's useful in like a very slim way, but it's still practically like useless to some extent. Then the middle tier is how are you both at the same time? You are useless, but also useful. Explain yourself. The fourth tier is useful, but has the potential to be more, meaning this item is useful. It's probably like a furniture item in some way, but doesn't really have much functionality and, you know, could be better. Then the last tier is actually useful, meaning obviously this item is actually useful. Starting off with a banger, we have the Nice Branch and Foxtail items. Now, do not get me wrong, these things are adorable, but quite literally the only thing you can do with these is wave them around. Yes, you can also place them on the ground, but they just stick up like this. At least the Foxtail is a bit different, but the Nice Branch is literally just a tree branch. You're telling me I have to use 3 tree branches just to make 1 tree branch. Let's make that make sense, please. Honestly, I think Nintendo was kind of funny for adding these. Initially, when I did get the recipe for the Nice Branch, I literally thought it was a star wand, but nope. It's not. For the Nice Branch and Foxtail, I'm gonna go right ahead and put them in what even is the point of view. They're cute to wave around, but that's all they're really used for. Next is the Pitfall Seed, and we're all aware of what this item does. I mean, you can use it to fall in a hole or push your villagers into it. Other than that, that's all it does. Not saying the Pitfall Seed is completely useless, but its functionality is pretty minimal. It's kind of just like a prank item, or you could use it for maybe a game or a maze of some sort. It's definitely a more unique item that's been in the Animal Crossing games, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in I get it, but I also don't. I would go as far as to say that this is more useful than the Foxtail or the Nice Branch. Next is the furniture item actually featured in the Reddit post, which is the boxing ring corner. There are technically 2 variations of these corners, which you need both kinds to create an entire ring. As a furniture item, it's honestly pretty pointless because you can't actually get in the ring, and also it's just a larger piece of furniture, so it takes up more room. I didn't know this, but a Reddit user had actually pointed out that you can actually get in the boxing ring and pocket camp. Come on, New Horizons. What happened? But in New Horizons, if you were to place just one of the corners and leave it kind of open, then you can actually get on it, but it just acts as a bed. Yes, I understand that furniture items are to be used for decoration purposes, but for the sake of this, I don't know. I'm not really sure how many people are using it very often. I guess if you wanted to make a boxing ring on your island or in your house, you could use this. I'm going to put the boxing corner in how are you both at the same time, because it's a furniture item someone can use, but it's not very versatile in the sense that it's kind of chunky and you can't actually get on it. Next are the water furniture items, which consist of various bathtubs and pools. This was one of the top comments on the Reddit post, and people pointed out that these items don't really have any sort of function. As a player, we can't even sit in the pool or bathtub. And I'm gonna say this again before somebody comments, well, it's a furniture item, so obviously you can't use it, duh. Listen, I have played Animal Crossing for many years, and I understand that these are really for decoration purposes. But people were pointing out in the comments that it would actually be pretty cool if Nintendo had given us the ability to sit in these water items, or even see your villagers interact with them. I'm just imagining playing during summer and seeing my villagers playing in the pool. In the context of this idea, I'm going to rank these water items as useful, but has potential to be more. I think this would be a really cool feature to be added in the next game. Next are these specific bed furniture items, which are the loft and bunk bed. I think it's funny that both of these items have a top bunk that we can't actually lay on. Like, you mean we can't just crawl up that little ladder and sleep on the top bunk? Especially with the loft bed one, because it only has a top bunk. I do like these specific beds, and I've used the loft bed to decorate before. Players have also found numerous ways to use these bunk beds to create like optical illusions and make buildings and stuff. But in the context of this video and how you can't really use these beds fully, I'm gonna have to rank them as how are you both at the same time. Nintendo, I think, could easily make this a feature in the next game. Once again, we have more furniture items that can't actually be used, which are the amusement park rides like the teacup ride or carousel. I'm already gonna go ahead and put this under useful but has potential to be more because they're not completely useless at all. They're nice furniture items, and I feel like a lot of us have really utilized them on our islands. But it would just add so much more charm to Animal Crossing than it already has if we could actually ride on these rides or even see our villagers riding on them. Next is a specific furniture item that was mentioned in the Reddit post, and that's the throwback hat table. They noted that this was also just a huge furniture item. It's a 2x2 square item like the other bigger tables, but compared to them, I don't think it's a table players are typically going to use. I mean, it's a cool looking table and it can definitely be used in some ways, but I wouldn't say it's very versatile. So I'm going to put this in, I get it, but also don't. Next is an actual item that can be used by the player, and that's the timer. You can use it to set a timer for 3, 5, 10, or 15-minute intervals, and when activated, a bug, fish, and sea creature point meter pops up. You can use it for doing your own little catching contest, but that's about it. It would be fun to use with other players, but if you're lonely like me, then you can't really use this item and you're just gonna have to use it with yourself. I'm gonna go with putting this in, I get it, but also don't. Next is the rescue mannequin furniture item. Do I really need to explain myself here? Even for it just being a decoration, what's really the point of it? Unless you're making a horror island, then I have no idea what you could possibly use this rescue mannequin furniture item for. It's also worth noting that no villager has this furniture item in their house. I think I'm gonna go as far as to put this into what even is the point of view. Next is the sloppy series, like the sloppy bed, sink, and table. This furniture item series is honestly pretty interesting to me. The only reason I can see as to why people would want to use these furniture items would be to give a space a more realistic feel. Because, you know, life is hectic, and sometimes my bed does in fact look like that. JK. But other than that, I don't really see these as vital furniture items that people are using a lot. This is also going to be put into the how are you both at the same time. Next is a set of more furniture items that can't be used. This would include items like the playground gym, elephant slide, and springy ride-on. Once again, I'd love to just slide down the elephant slide or even climb the jungle gym. You already know I'm going to put this under the useful but has potential to be more rank because it's not useless in the way that it's for decoration. I've definitely used these items to make a park on my island, and I'm sure you guys have too. But I just want to see Jeremiah sliding down the elephant slide. Is that too much to ask for? Next up, we have the game furniture, like the arcade game, pinball machine, and dartboard. I just think it would be so cool to actually be able to use these game machines. It would also add like a little more secrecy to some items in the game and, you know, stuff to find out along the way. Like, I just think that would be so cool. This has to go under useful, but has potential to be more. Last but not least, which is kind of a shocker, we have the food items. A Reddit user pointed out how when you cook something and give it to a villager, they don't even eat it. They just put it in their house as a decoration. Like, if you don't give me that food and let me eat it, I prepared you a good little meal and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna sit in your house. You're just gonna let it sit there? No. I took the time out of my day to go and make that food for you and you're telling me you're not even gonna eat it? I'm grateful. It was really awesome for Nintendo to add this game mechanic in the 2.0 update, but why am I the only one who can eat this food? I'm gonna have to put this into how are you both at the same time, because you are useful, but you're kind of useless in that aspect. Here are my rankings for what players and I feel could be considered the most useless items in Animal Crossing. We have the Nice Branch Foxtail and Rescue Mannequin as the most useless, and the Water Amusement Park Playground and Game items as more useful, but it could have more functionality. I feel like this is a pretty solid ranking of these items. What are some more items you guys believe are useless, or what are some furniture items you think could be more useful? Let me know down in the comments. Once again, thank you to this Reddit post for inspiring me to make this video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.